Hello and welcome. It's a pleasure to be with you here. I invite you to make yourself as comfortable as possible. Make yourself a cup of tea, light a candle, and settle into the next 10 to 15 minutes being all about you. Do your best to be distraction free, but if you get interrupted, trust that that's here for you, maybe to establish a clear boundary or to receive whatever interruption comes through. And before we begin, I invite you to close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. And on every exhale, allow yourself to let go of any tension you might be carrying in your shoulders. You might even move them a little bit to just notice any tension you might be carrying in your neck. Just free up that space every time you breathe. And then when you're ready, you can bring yourself back by just gently opening your eyes. Now, before we go any further, I have included a reflection exercise that I encourage you pause here and complete. It's an opportunity for you to look at the different areas of your life and really become aware of your wellness and your well-being. Where are you now and where do you want to be? Take this time to fill that out and pause this video, and I'll be right here when you get back. Now, often when we come to these experiences, there's something within us, a hunger, a desire for something. Maybe you're burnt out. Maybe you want to expand some area of your life. Maybe you want more love. Whatever it is, I honor that wish and I hope that you find it through this modality as I have. My name is Vela and I have been studying the power of breath for 4 years now after I had a non-fatal heart attack at the age of 30. I was an entrepreneur, still am. And at the time, I was gearing up to open my dance studio for its fourth season when I experienced pain in my chest, sheer panic, and almost fell faint on the floor of my beloved's home. And my cardiologist, after meeting with him and going through many tests, he gave me two options. He, first of all, told me that I had suffered heart disease and a non fatal heart attack. And he said, to move forward, you can go on medication or you can change your life. And I'm so grateful for that opportunity to change my life because I did. He said that the medication would change my quality of life. It wouldn't make it any longer. It would just impact who I was. And so I found breathwork, or rather, breathwork found me. When we go to the doctor, we're often seeking a solution for an effect. If we're anxious, we get a medication to help us calm down. And what this journey of self discovery taught me was, we are all energy. And so if there is any physical ailment in the body or in showing up in life, it's all a reflection of our resonance, of our frequency. And as someone who grew up in quite a challenging home, my heart trauma was a lot of heartbreak. It was a lot of emotion, energy and motion stuck in my body that I didn't have the tools to process because as children, we're not exactly given those tools. And even into adulthood, we kind of scramble in the social media world and in the personal development world to figure out what it is that is really going on. And so we seek these quick fixes to help us get through our days. But the pattern sometimes continues. We don't ever fully get rid of our anxiety or our heart challenges or our eczema or whatever it is because we haven't quite got to the root. And that's what I found breath work to do for me. It is a wonderful modality of becoming your own medicine. You become the anchor of your own sailboat and you can heal from the inside out. Now, I know that might sound a little bit woo-hoo and a little bit like how, and there's so many questions, but I do encourage you, if you're ever curious, to give it a try. And we'll just do a brief example of any kind of breathing, but in this specifics, we'll do a little meditation just so that you can see the power of your breath. So what I'll invite you to do is, as I mentioned, to get comfortable. You can be seated or lying, whatever suits your fancy. I would suggest sitting up for this. And I'll invite you to close your eyes when you feel safe and when you feel comfortable. And then just start with shaking out your hands because we often carry a lot of tension because we're always walking around holding phones and doing things with our hands. Just give your hands a little shake. You might even flap them like a little bird and then just invite the rest of your body to start to loosen up. Just give yourself a little shake. You might even make some sound. Animals do this when they want to shake off a threat after they've been attacked out in the jungle. So just give yourself that primal instinct to release and shake off any tension. Let your belly hang out, let your snack pack hang out. And once that feels complete, just invite you to find stillness and become the witness. So bring your awareness inside your body and just notice how your body is feeling right now. Where you may be noticing tightness or tension. And I'm going to invite you for the duration of this meditation to breathe in and out through your mouth. Now, there is a lot of science in the importance of breathing through your nose, but just for this specific practice, right now, we're just going to breathe in and out through your mouth. And I'm just going to invite you to bring your hands to your chest and to breathe into your hands. Just breathing in like you're sucking up a straw and breathing out like you're blowing out candles on a cake. Great. We're going to do that 3 more times. Breathe in and let go. 2 more times. Again, breathing in, letting go. Now inviting you to breathe in fully and hold at the top. Now breathe in a little bit more air and don't let it go and just begin to pound on your chest. Just like a caveman or a monkey, just pound on the walls of your chest. Hold that breath, hold that breath, hold that breath. Just give yourself a knock. Knock, 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 knock. And then let it all go. And now place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Just notice again if anything has shifted. Quite often in our lungs, we hold grief. In Chinese medicine, that's what practitioners will tell you is that if you've experienced any sort of pneumonia or lung trauma, it's associated quite often with grief and heartbreak holds in the lungs. And so when we just allow, it's like a balloon, when we stretch out a balloon and we can pound on it, it has more space to breathe in. So you might notice your breath capacity might have changed. You might have more space available for you to receive love or breath or life. Now, while you're here, keep your eyes closed and you've got one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart and see if you can breathe in the same way like you're sucking up a straw. But this time I want you to breathe into your belly first and then into your heart and then let it go. Try that again. Breathe into your belly and into your heart and let it go. We're going to do 3 more like that. Breathe in belly, heart, let it go. 2 more. This one. On this last one, breathe in and hold at the top again into your heart and give yourself another pat. Keep going, keep breathing, keep holding in that air, pounding into your chest a little bit harder, stretching out that balloon so you can receive more life, more love. Tap, 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 tap. Hold that breath, hold that breath, hold that breath. Keep holding it at the top. Keep holding it. Keep pounding, stretching out that heart, stretching out the lungs. A little bit longer and then release. Let your breath return to normal. And just notice if anything is shifted. Just notice your body and the space that's now available to you to just be. And now that we've begun to stretch the chest and the heart and the lungs, I'm just going to invite you to drop your awareness down into your chest. So you might place one hand on your heart or both hands and just tune in and listen to your heartbeat and see if there is any message that your heart wants to offer you. Little message of love. Maybe it's a wish. Maybe it's a longing. Just listen. And in this moment, pausing, reflecting on your journey, everything it's taken for you to get here today in this place, the timeline that you've walked, the versions of yourself that you've been, the evolution of this heart and this life. Just see if you can find gratitude for this heart, for this life that continues to beat and live through some of the most challenging times and show up fully, constantly, all in for your purpose, for your passion, for yourself, for your family. If you get anything out of today's session, I hope it's this moment of love and gratitude for the difference that you make in this world just by being you. You can stay here as long as you'd like, or you can begin to take some deeper breaths, relaxing your hands to your knees or your thighs, or if you're lying down, to place them palms down on the floor. To just notice the quality of your breath as it comes in and out. Inviting you to breathe through your nose now, in through your nose and out through your mouth, in through your nose and out through your mouth. We're just going to start to lengthen these a little more. Breathing in, 3, 2, 1, letting go, 4, 3, 2, 1, in through the nose, 3, 2, 1, out through the mouth, 3, 2, 1, in through the nose, 3, 2, 1, out through the mouth, 3, 2, 1, in through the nose, 3, 2, 1, side out, make some sound. Ah. And again, breathing in, no time. And sighing it out. Ah. Maybe even finding a little bit of pleasure in that sigh. Last one, breathe in. Finding those pleasurable moments. Make yourself fully relax here. I encourage you to stay here as long as it feels nourishing and to give yourself this breath break, this mindful moment to relax, to rest. We're so good at giving from our cup that we often forget or make it secondary to fill our own. So just notice the humanness of you that wants to rush back into the world or watch the next video. And just see if you can encourage yourself to stay in this moment and embrace it. The greatest medicine within us is our presence. That's why it's a presence, present, a gift. When we can anchor in this moment as our breath teaches us, so much more becomes possible. We can feel more, we can heal deeper, we can show up when we're ready for our friends and our family in a whole and complete way. It just starts with having the courage to slow down and to take a deep breath and come back home. You are the greatest medicine, and you have an ability far greater than maybe you can even comprehend in this moment. And if you want to explore it more, to explore the power of your breath, of yourself, I encourage you to click the link in click the link below and sign up for my newsletter so that you can experience the fullness of one of these journeys. So you can fully let go of the patterns, the worries, the doubts, the conditioning that keeps you cycling. And you can rebirth and become the you that you've always longed to be and the you know yourself to be every single day of your life. It's been a pleasure to be with you here and pause with you here. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for embarking on this journey with me. I take this opportunity to bow in deep reverence to your soul and your journey, and to thank my teachers along the way who've reminded me the importance of pausing and the sacredness of self. I hope this is just the beginning of our journey together and we meet again soon. And if not, keep shining. Thank you again for all your light and all your love in this world. Remember to slow down and honor yourself because you matter. To all my relations, aho.